All right, we're standing here right now, first morning of the CETW show in New York. I'm with old friend David Drain, who obviously is the executive director of Digital Screenmedia Association, the official sponsor of this show where we are right now. We're standing in front of one of their mobile engagement, actually static banners here, where they got the QR code, taking advantage of the stuff that they're promoting right now to promote themselves. So, David, thanks so much for joining us. A lot of recent developments since our last conversation at Infocom. In fact, one of the things that you guys have started to put together are these local area networking events, kind of bringing a lot of people together. Can you talk about what those are?
Sure. So the idea behind the local networking events is to give members more opportunities to get together where they live, and are more opportunities around the country. We're doing some bigger events. Obviously, we were doing events the night before CETW. We did the dinner cruise at San Francisco. We had an event at Dave & Buster's last night. But we're also getting our members involved in hosting these meetings. So we had one in Dallas in September. We've got some members working on events in Cincinnati and Minneapolis and Chicago and San Francisco and things like that. We also partnered with another organization called Media Cross Media, where we did an event on mobile and digital signage convergence. It was in New York City on August 30th. We had about 65 people. So these are the kind of things that we're doing. They're ranging just from informal meetups to more formal education programs.
Absolutely. Something that is very, very useful for this type of industry where there isn't enough crosstalk going on between different people that are trying to do the same thing. Since the last time we talked as well, DSA has put together the different subcommittees. You have one of them focusing on mobile. We're standing in front of something mobile. Focus has been mobile. Talk to me about mobile.
Sure. So we have a mobile council that's being headed up by Jared Miller of United Airlines, and we've got several folks involved in that council from Sprint and from Simon and from Popstar Networks, Mobile Payments Today. So different organizations that are involved in mobile, Razorfish, and they're helping us develop our mobile strategy. We are also educating the marketplace, educating our members through a series of webinars. And we had our first webinar with Forrester Research, giving an overview of the landscape of the mobile space. We're going to be diving into specific technologies in mobile. The next one's going to be on near-field communication. We'll do some things on location-based marketing and some other specific topics around mobile.
Wow, and another point of education here with the mobile marketplace as well. One of the things that we had spoken about a few times in the past was the ROI calculator being released to the members. There was a press conference about this at the early summertime. How's that going?
Right. Yeah, so we released the beta version in the summertime, got some feedback from our members, which was very helpful, and we are ready to release the next version, or the first full version of the calculator next week.
Great,
and so we're excited about that. It is still going to be a member-only benefit. The advisory board met on that issue yesterday and decided that it was a valuable tool for our members, and decided to make it an exclusive member benefit. But the good news is for the user community or the venue owners, membership in our association, for them, they qualify for a free membership, and then the calculator is free, so there's no cost to them. They just need to register to be a member.
Right, so not a big hurdle if you want to get your hands on this ROI calculator, which I have heard is very thorough from a lot of the reviews that people are coming up here. Education has been something that you mentioned here a couple of times in the interview. Any other education initiatives so far?
Right. Well, we continue to work on a certification program, and anyone who's ever been involved in a certification program knows that those don't get developed overnight.
Right.
So we have now laid out this massive mind map that does an overview of the screen media space. So it covers digital signage, kiosks, and mobile, identifying all the core competencies that someone would need to know to be certified in this space. So the next steps after that are going to be identifying all the materials that one would need to study, developing some training programs, and obviously developing the exam. So it's a long-term initiative for us, and I would see that this time next year we'll be very much further down the road.
Absolutely, but something that's very specific. It might be long-term, but something very specific to this industry, and so I think that there might be a solid need for that. Last but not least, something very new that came up, the DSA Content Awards. Deadlines closed about a month ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and you're going to be announcing the winners here. They were last night.
Yeah, we announced the winners last night. Okay. It's actually called the DSA Crown Awards.
Nice.
For digital signage or digital out-of-home and interactive kiosk content. We had 9 finalists, and we announced the gold, silver, and bronze winners last night. We just published the press release this morning, and we'll be releasing the video clips from those winning pieces of content so people can see for themselves the truly excellent content that we saw from the submissions. And the competition was fierce. I mean, I saw some really good submissions that didn't win, so that tells you something about the winners.
Absolutely. Well, listen, DSA Crown Award, something that we'll be looking forward to a lot in the future because of the topic of relevancy, which is really everything that we're discovering now. So, David, thanks so much for talking with us. You have a good show.